Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. You saw the title, Kellie Pickler's My Angel. I don't know this song, and it's a gift request from Renee Mooberry, who, as you may know if you've been following the channel recently, is the worldwide #1 Dwight Yoakam fan, and arguably the LeAnn Rimes worldwide #1 fan. So I got a little bit of stuff working in the background here to get her recognized as such by those artists. I don't know if I could pull it off, obviously, but I like challenges, shall we say. Fun challenges. But anyway, Kellie Pickler's My Angel. I don't know the song, so we're just going to get into it. I just did a reaction to Kellie's song, I Wonder. That was a gift also from Renee for me to do that. And that was a beautiful song. It was autobiographical, her own life story with her mom, who left their family early. So she basically grew up very important moments in a young woman's life where she absolutely needs her mother, and she did not have her in those moments. And so there was a song about that. I don't know what My Angel is going to be, though. Is My Angel her father? Or is it about her mother after she had a relationship, got back in a relationship with her? Or husband? This is one of these songs, could be anything or anybody. It doesn't have to be a person who's her angel. It could be something. We'll find out. Thank you for this gift, Renee. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you wanted the lyrics version. Okay, we got it.
Every day when school got out, I'd get off the bus and I'd run down that old dirt road where you were waiting for me. On the front porch in that blue swing, you'd be smiling and we would sing Amazing Grace and Jesus Loves Me. You were
like my mother.
You were everything I want to be, and all the good inside of me. There's never been another who loved me like you did, my grandmother.
Oh, there you go. That's an extra responsibility for a grandma at that point.
Even though I can't touch your face, I feel you with me every day, and I wish you could see all my dreams coming true. When I get lost, I close my eyes, and I feel you shining down so bright, and I feel you shining down on me. You were like my mother, you were my best friend. You were everything I want to be, and all the good inside of me. There's never been another.
Yeah, there really couldn't be.
Like you did, my grandmother, my angel.
This is a testament to the fact that no matter who you are and what your relationship is to somebody, if you love them, just a pure love, and you're there for them, and you try to give them good advice, you understand them, they know they've got somebody they can just talk with, it changes them. And the human mind, the human psyche, however you want to word it, or conceptualize it, we are made to retain thoughts and feelings for a long time, and we forget things over time, intermingle them with other details, and memory is a funny thing, but by and large, the sense you have about another person remains intact. They're either really sweet, beautiful, like in this song, and they mean so much to you, and it was just a pure, sweet, non-judgmental love, or someone's a complete jackass. And after they die, it doesn't change what they were. It doesn't change how you remember them. You may not badmouth somebody who dies, who was mean or nasty or unhelpful or thoughtless or selfish or ungiving or whom or whatever. But it doesn't change your sentiment you have for them. We remember things. And we're not unique among all species. Elephants remembers, dogs remember, other animals remember. You can see videos on there where animals seem to remember people who were involved in their early lives, 10, 15 years later. But with people, it can add such a texture to your life where I know like the bracelets will say, what would Jesus do? But really, that is just that spiritual talk. Yes, it's talk of an ideal because you never met Jesus personally. You did meet the people in your life, though, and the people who are in your life, whether they're school teachers, whether they're a bus driver, whether they're your mailman, whether it's somebody you see in the store, somebody, your next door neighbor, somebody who took you under their wing, like the grandmother, those people become part of you. They stay with you. And in part, it'd be like, my grandmother, that's the spiritual side to life to me. Is how we get inspired. That SPIR part of inspire has to do with breath, the spiritual, the breath side of life. We just imbibe that. It becomes part of us. And we're like, all right, I want to be a better version of myself. And what's going to help me do that is what my grandmother taught me, what my grandmother showed me. I want to emulate that myself. And that's how your legacy lives on. Whoa, Renee, you got me going already. This is your fault. Little rock guitar.
You were like my mother. You were my best friend. You were everything I want to be, and all the good inside of me that's never been another that loved me like you did. My grandmother, my angel.
I like her voice.
My angel.
Oh, that's sweet. Dedicated it to a friend of hers. Yeah, many of us have lost grandmothers, of course. So I don't think that was Kellie dedicating that. I think that was the person whose channel it was on that you wanted me to get this lyric video from, Renee. But that said, it said it. And Kellie is, she speaks from her life experience. Lynyrd Skynyrd did that in many of their songs too. Give Me 3 Steps was a true story, for instance. Working for MTA, another for instance. But this one, I Wonder, that was the song that I reacted to prior to this. What would life have been like, basically, if she'd grown up with her mother who was there to help her? But in this case, this is the follow-up, in a sense, where her grandmother was the one who filled her mother's shoes. When she says she was like my mother, she's not saying she was similar to my mother. She's saying she was not my biological mother, but biological grandmother, of course, but she became my mother figure. And I am and have been a father figure to some folks, and a couple of them have been on the channel with me, and I love that. Caroline, Alexis, I don't think Whitney did a reaction with me. She may have. William hasn't. He's in Indianapolis. But these people are beautiful, but they behold me as like a father figure, and I embrace that fully. And I don't make it easy on them all the time either, but I'm there. William is my easiest one, so to speak, because we're guys, but he's way ahead of his years. And when I speak, he gets it. He understands it. And I've got 40 years on him almost. Lex is my stubborn one, but she respects and looks to me when there's a problem. Whitney will talk about things as well. Caroline always, oh, I love that. The girls are in their 30s. Will is almost there. But I love being that to them and for them. And it just really you got to be loving, you got to be listening, be insightful, you're going to be caring so you have something relevant to say. But a grandmother is going to have that. But also, a grandmother, there are advantages to being older in life because you don't fight the small fights as much as you did. A mother might fight her daughter on the small things and not know when to back off it, not know when to dial it back. So the kid always feels under a microscope, for example, or frequently. And that's all right because some kids are under a microscope. They need to be because you want to keep them alive and you want to keep them in a good standing among society. But when it comes to grandparents, a grandmother, she hasn't got the energy to fight all the fights that a mom might fight or the micromanaging that might take place and all that. But there's a care and a tenderness that's there if the grandmother has it in her heart already. And that's what Kellie's grandmother obviously had and did for Kellie. And I love that because I have an enormous care for the younger ones in this world, knowing what they're up against, It's like Mark Twain said, all you need is ignorance and confidence and success is guaranteed. And you're like, yeah, the ignorance factor is important. Like you go into things without knowing, but you have this confidence that this is the way it's going to be. And sometimes it works, whether it's a relationship, a business, some whatever idea you've got. Ignorance plays a big part of success. It also plays a huge part of failure. But in this case, I love seeing that youthful energy and that entrepreneurship, the joie de vivre, the French is this joy of life, this getting after it, not knowing what could go wrong necessarily. And that's what helps you push forward. And a grandparent knows that. A grandparent knows life, knows what is ahead for you. They may not know what laptop you'll be using or what cell phone you'll be using or what apps you use because they aren't acquainted with that as much. But that's irrelevant. The human condition, the human nature, processing of life, fears and joys, love, hate, all those things. You get older, you're very familiar with those things and what is going to play out well for a youngster, whether they're in their 20s or 30s, or what's going to play out poorly, or what at least has a shot of playing out well or poorly. Very rarely does anybody have a 90% success rate on predictability, but nonetheless, when you know someone, especially if they're related to you, loves you, cares for you, doesn't judge you, is there for you through your mistakes and successes, you're different. You have this invisible netting under you. So I'm not rating that one either. I suspect you may have suspected that, Renee. That's in honor of somebody. That's in honor of her grandmother. And I don't rate songs that are homages to other people. It's one of the types of songs I don't. So gorgeous voice. The piano, always poignant, almost always poignant. When you get a piano in a song, and I've said this, check it. Even songs that aren't related to country, but certainly country. When you hear piano in songs, it isn't to spruce things up. It's because it's going to be poignant. Almost always, unless you're a Jerry Lee Lewis, it's almost always poignant, and that was here. But Kellie really does have a very listenable voice. She's got a very pretty voice, but it's very listenable. So there you go. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. That goes in the Unrated Songs playlist. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.